Yo, yo, yo. Oh! See, I messed it up already. That's not even Shivam. Hold up. Okay. You know what? Let's just go straight into this. Yo, what is good? We failed. What's up? Welcome to Poke Tea Time. My name is Yizzy. Shiv.
Am I even?
Yeah, you're on, dude. You're on.
Man, this is amateur hour. What is going on, Yizzy, man? How's it been?
It is good. We're just gonna go ahead and introduce them because I forgot to make the layout. See, I amateur hour. Golly, I knew I was gonna mess up something. But we have down here, as you can see, Lootbox and Pokemania, aka Juice and Andrew. What's up?
AKA Gin and Juice.
Gin and Juice.
Gin Juice.
Is it? What are we, Shivam?
Harold and Kumar.
Huh?
Girls and Kumar.
Whoa!
Oh my gosh!
Too early, dude. Too early. Okay, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, on Poke Tea Time, we like to give our hot take on the current news in the Pokemon community and add value to your lives. Help you grow your collection from our knowledge that we've learned in the community. Maybe help you skip a couple steps. You know what I'm saying, right, Shiv?
I suppose. I think in life there is no skipping steps.
Not skip steps. Juice knows what I'm talking about, right, Juice? You helped a lot of people along the way.
All right, man. You got to.
Yeah.
That's how I give back.
Exactly.
That's how I give back.
But we've got some interesting topics this week, don't we, Shiv?
Yeah, we got some pretty spicy stuff to cover.
But before we start that, let's get a proper introduction and let people know. I mean, people know them, but let's ask them juicy questions about their lives.
Juicy questions. Okay.
Let's make it happen, Captain.
Okay, go ahead, Shiv. You start off.
All right, so just to break things off, who is the better imposter? Because I know both of you like playing Among Us. Who is the better imposter out of
Juice, hands down.
I'm the best PokeTuber imposter ever.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far.
Name a PokeTuber better than me in Among Us.
Rhyme.
Dude, Rhyme gets killed all the time.
He does get murked.
Though the Ninja and Rhyme little video, did you guys see that on TikTok where Ninja exploded? That was hilarious. Absolutely love that.
Yeah, he didn't even do anything. Rhyme didn't even do anything.
Yeah, but it was the previous games, so Ninja just wanted to get him out of there, and Ninja blew up, and it was one of the most epic moments.
Yeah,
I think for Rhyme for a while. So I like that a lot.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot. Corpse Husband, that guy blew up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo, his voice is just crazy.
It blew up because of his music. Yeah, Shiv, you're right. Yeah. His music and got on TikTok, and then so he did a bunch of horror story stuff, and I actually listened to him a while ago, around Halloween every single year, just to listen to this stuff because it'd be creepy and people's experiences. And then if he made music, it caught on with TikTok. TikTok 2020 was a huge year for TikTok.
Dang,
yeah,
dang. Okay. But I've listened to your interview with Rob because that's my homeboy. But tell us how y'all got started in this. I mean, I guess people know, and you've probably answered that question a bunch of times, but you can give us a quick 5-minute intro, who Lootbox is, where he came from, just in case people are wondering.
So Lootbox is more of I always wanted to do something with a group, more than one person. So that's why I chose the name Lootbox. It's not it's not supposed to be individually for me. I am Juice. He is Andrew. I started as, doing video game stuff. It didn't catch on. I wasn't gaining traction. And I'm the type of person that doesn't give up on stuff. I just change and improve. And, I started getting into Pokemon and realized, hey, this is pretty fun opening up stuff. Super nervous. I could never name all the names. That's why I always throw out Homie Baloney and stuff like that, just because it's just part of the fun and entertainment. And I started opening up Pokemon packs. Then I met Andrew, told Andrew about it. We kicked off. We used to go to the card shop, and I ordered 30 or opened up 30 Unbroken Bonds booster boxes. And did not pull a single Rainbow Rare Reshizzard. And this guy opened up 12 and pulled 2.
Yeah.
I remember.
And then
And
I
then
was
he was
like,
hooked.
and then I was like hooked ever since, and it's just been a downward spiral.
I created a
into
monster. I feel like this
You
guy's collection is arguably one of the best collections in the community.
I wouldn't say.
It's up there. He doesn't like the glow. It's up there.
I don't have a snap machine. So,
okay, first off, this guy didn't even know that he had half the cards. We were talking about cards the other day. He's like, "Oh, and I found another box full of cards I didn't even know I had." And they were PSA cards, grading cards.
Wow.
I wish I.
So did y'all met through working out, right? Like in a gym?
Yeah, we met at the gym.
Yeah, Lifetime Fitness, baby. Whoo! We had the same personal trainer. We met by talking shit to the personal trainer. It was fun. Can I cuss? Sorry.
Yeah.
And
You're good.
And we started playing games, and then we started talking about Pokemon and collecting.
Dang,
It was pretty fun.
Dang, did y'all collect anything before that?
I did. I was a sneakerhead for a while.
I did a little bit of Magic back in the day, but Magic. It was more Magic for me than Pokemon. It wasn't until I met Juice, and then we started opening up like Unbroken Bonds at the card shop that I was like, oh, hey, Pokemon. Okay, I remember this from my childhood, but I was more Magic than Pokemon.
Okay.
Like, when did sports cards come into play?
When Pokemon got too expensive, and then we realized that sports cards is just as expensive, if not more expensive than Pokemon.
Sports cards are just outrageous.
Yeah.
It's just like I know you guys call yourselves LootboxTV, right? So like, does that mean like I know your name really isn't affiliated to Pokemon as well, right? So like, where you guys do Pokemon and you guys do a lot of sports card stuff, like does that also play into role in regards to your content? Like nothing necessarily really ties you down to whatever you're collecting.
Correct, and that's a perfect way to get into talking a little bit more about us. It's just the idea of Lootbox is it's an entertainment where we want to grow, especially in 2021. We want to have our personality shine. I think we're pretty unique individuals, and what we do together is something unique in a lot of collectible communities. So I mean, there's a lot of goals and aspirations that I have, and I love Pokemon to death. Pokemon definitely helped get my channel going, and I always will have love and respect for Pokemon. But if we open up Pokemon, I want us to open up the stuff we collect, vintage stuff. Yeah. We do a lot of newer openings. Well, we used to, and they just wasn't clicking for us. We sat back, and at the end of the year, we analyzed our channel, and we realized like we had the most fun doing this, and people also noticed that, right? They watch the videos more. When we did modern stuff, it just wasn't clicking. And to be respectful for everybody else, it wouldn't be right for us to go down the path of modern and so forth. So we try to get in there a little bit and talk about investing and whatnot. But I think people just loved us spending money, watching us.
Either flop horribly or pull the greatest cards you could pull from a set.
And we want to expand on that. So 2021, where we got a lot of ideas in the works and things we want to try out. So big things to come for sure.
No, they work well off each other. Andrew's sly comments are pretty sneaky. If nobody listens, they're pretty sneaky. I'm not gonna, burns left and right, and you can just see Lootbox's face. He just gets an eyebrow, I hate you.
There's sometimes we're doing a video and Andrew says something and I just stop the recording. I'm like, dude, I'm about to punch you right now.
I feel it. Nobody ever sees it, but I'm always
But that's the good thing. I think Andrew brings the best out of me. I bring the best out of him, and we go back and forth. And I feel we've grown as our friendship, or we're like brothers, and we can argue and fight back and forth. And at the end of the day, we're still gonna be friends, but at least we can talk crap to each other and really get under each other's skin to make it entertaining.
That's how it's real friendship, when you can roast the hell out of each other and then you just brush it off.
You guys should see it when Dude Luck's here and it's them two just going after me behind the scenes. It's literally an hour of nonstop talking shit about me. It's hilarious.
That's a pylon.
Yeah. If y'all ever have a secret adventure, I'll be your camera guy behind the scenes after with Lootbox and Andrew.
After Lootbox, we answer juicy questions.
Look at that.
I'll give y'all 5 film sessions free on me.
Bill.
Hey, careful. We're gonna hold you to it. Everyone on the live just heard that, so just record, capture that, and just remember to keep bringing it up. We got 5 free sessions.
Yeah, I'll edit it, everything if you like it. If it's too juicy, if it's too spicy for the people's eyes, I'll take it out, you know. But
I need some of that real slow-mo roll too. So you're gonna get a Phantom also. So
Okay.
you know, just
Gotcha. Okay.
just invest in some camera gear.
Spending money left and right.
I spent a lot of money in camera
Yizzy's got a lot of money. He can buy a lot of camera gear.
No. I spent more money on my gear than Pokemon cards. Like, it's about 50-50. It's pretty sad.
That's the exact opposite with me.
Yeah. But you got any more juicy questions before we start the topics of the Pokemon community?
Yeah, I got.
Yeah, come on, keep the juicy questions coming. Everyone wants to know all the juice.
Special request.
Yeah, I mean,
no, I'm just
guys,
about them.
how do you guys maintain looking this sexy at your age?
Oh, wait a minute. What the hell does that mean?
Andrew, can I wish to look like you when I reach?
Hey man, remember we're Asian, man. Our baby skin holds through.
Asians don't raisin.
Why do I feel like the odd man out here? Hey, I got more gray hair. I started getting gray hair when I was 19, man.
Bro, I was in middle school probably when I started getting gray, man. I'm so gray right now. You just can't see it.
I can see it.
Salt and pepper.
Don asks, Yizzy, ask what Juice's OnlyFans link is. Looty's Box.
Looty's Box.
Looty's Box, OnlyFans.
Yeah, check it out. He's in the top 3 percentile.
You get to see Andrew open up Pokemon cards dressed as George Costanza from Seinfeld.
Oh.
Does he?
Huh?
Does he open it up with his feet?
No.
No, don't listen to me.
What the heck?
No, I'm not that. I'm
calm
not that
down.
flexible.
Calm down, man.
I ain't Yizzy.
Let's see. What other questions y'all before we get? Why did y'all do the TikTok together? Why didn't y'all do a TikTok together where, you know, when you and Radar, or was it Radar or Raikou and y'all?
No, it was Raiku's Pokemon, myself, Juice.
Yeah, Andrew, why weren't you in the action?
I made that TikTok during quarantine.
Yeah, he made it way
like
back.
in March.
He made it way back.
Yeah, this is the kind of guy I deal with. You know, he just didn't invite me, didn't even say anything. He just did it just to put himself out there. But you know, everyone knows who the real Lootbox CEO is. You know,
coming from the guy who didn't even want to be on camera, I had to like drag him on camera for months and months and months.
Hey,
yeah, that appearance for Drew to show up on your TikTok. I think
we'll break TikTok at that point.
Yeah, I don't know if TikTok can handle it. All that sexiness.
You'll have Drew doing the Helio dances on there, and then he'll blow up.
He's been trying to get me to TikTok. I don't understand the culture, so.
Hey.
If I had to do it, Yizzy has to do it too.
There you go.
There you go.
Okay. I'll come up with something spicy, and then we can do it. How about that?
TikTok's a new breed, man.
Yeah.
TikTok's where it's at.
Okay. I got some ideas. I'll send some stuff your way, Yizzy.
Okay. Okay, we get one guaranteed, all right? I get to do one TikTok, and you have to do it. I pick one. Okay.
Oh, you get to pick one, and I get to pick one.
Yeah.
I don't think Yizzy's trustable. You know, like when Jordan Friend on here, we said that in a week you have to post at least one TikTok, and he has yet to do that.
Oh no, trust me, my TikTok's full of beautiful women, so Yizzy's gonna have a hard time doing something very inappropriate. So all of you people out there, you're gonna see some funny.
The real Andrew comes out, ladies and gentlemen, exposed.
Hey, Lootbox, can you back this up? Is this true?
Oh, 1,000%.
Oh my gosh, I don't know what I did. Oh gosh.
Oh man.
I don't know. What did I? Anyways, okay. Let's get into the hot topics in the Pokemon community.
Let's do it.
What is it? Let's create some tea.
All right.
Let's create some tea.
We're gonna build up to it. Okay, go with topic number 1, Shiv. Hit them.
Topic number 1 is right now in the Pokemon community. Box breaking has become the norm, and when I talk about box breaking, I'm talking about vintage box breaking, not modern day boxes, right? I'm talking about vintage boxes, right? Typically speaking, today that's become the norm. But I know yourselves were one of the very first few people to open up vintage booster boxes along with PokeRev. And at that time, yourselves as well as Rev got quite a bit of negative feedback. So I just want to know what your sort of perspective is now, and how were you guys able to, keep doing what you're doing with, all the hate and negative comments that you guys received? Because I know just from my perspective, just watching Instagram and just seeing a bunch of people's stories and stuff, there was a lot of negative feedback.
You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I think first and foremost, I want to start off by this is vintage product. No one is an expert. No one's going to know how much something is going to cost. The value of vintage product is going to be the value of the person either purchasing the product or the person selling the product. So everybody that has comments and what they think, fantastic. That's your opinion. Here's a clap for you, but it doesn't mean anything. Okay. At the end of the day, if you don't want to participate in something, then don't do it. I think box breaks are actually really good. It puts a value behind it. People don't understand. People, when you collect something, at the end of the day, you're not going to collect something that's not worth something to you, whether it be money-wise, whether it be some type of nostalgia, whether it be any type of thing. It has to be some type of worth to you.
Yeah.
I think Pokemon has that nostalgia feel. That's why I collect Pokemon. But I also, when I collect, I want my collection to also be somewhat of an investment. Like, hey, when I do something like this or when I collect this, I want it to have some type of value besides the nostalgia behind it.
Right.
And doing box breaks and actually making the product scarce is putting value behind it. There's a lot of individuals that started conversations and start having opinions well after Pokemon, became popular. We all know about the boom that happened during quarantine, but before that, there was also another boom. About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, people really started to open up their eyes after, Pokemon Go came out of 4 years ago, and then the Detective Pikachu movie. After that, Pokemon really started gaining a lot of traction, right? So then more and more people started collecting at that point. A lot of the people that have conversations or opinions weren't even like in the realm of purchasing these products or these cards. So they're really just stirring up drama for not really just to stir up drama, for not really adding any value to anything. So as for the overall box break community, I think it's good. Some people do go out of like ridiculous. Hey, like we seen, like there was an individual who were selling Team Rocket packs.
Oh, I know.
For like $1,800 when the box the week prior was, $600-700, and it was absolutely crazy. We're doing a box break now where we're selling packs for $1,000 base set packs. Every single box break of base set for the past, I want to say, 3 or 4 weeks, with Steve Aoki and everybody else, they have been more in cost than that.
I know.
Right?
I know. Sorry, just to cut you off. Sorry about that. But I know Lord Rush and DFW, they came and contacted me. I think this was like weeks before Christmas. I think they were like, they were doing a box break with Steve Aoki, and they were charging $1,200. And they were like, it'd be a great way. Like, we're reaching out to you because it'd be a great way to get your name out there and stuff like that. So I mean, I think your price point is pretty good. Actually, it's very good. Yeah. But like, not to mention the fact that I've seen in the past, I don't think I've seen a whole lot of people besides like big name people like. Obviously, like Logan Paul, where, even though there's a box break involved, you guys like to give back towards charity too. Mm-hmm. So it's not always about you guys. It's not always about the box break itself. It's a way to give back to a specific cause.
Yeah, and almost every single item that we sell, we put back into the community somehow, some way. Mm. We're not always going to be public with what we do. Right. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to gain clout by helping people. I mean, we've done things with the Atlanta Children's Hospital. We've literally done things in our community where people needed to pay bills or things like that. We've helped people out. Our goal with this channel is to continue to grow in our community and help individuals out. I'm not going to publicize every time I help somebody out or do something along those lines. Mm-hmm. But what we do with the YouTube channel, it's going to turn around and we put back into it. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to YouTube, and I don't want to get off on too big of a tangent, but individuals think you automatically start making a ton of money on YouTube. Every single video, we lose money.
Absolutely.
We're very public. We make roughly $2,000 a month on YouTube every month. A video average today, we open up one pack for $1,000.
Right.
in just today's video. Yesterday's video,
Yeah.
where I open up all the Pokemon packs, it cost me about $4,000 for all those packs.
Right.
You know how much money I made so far on that video? $15.
Yeah.
We're not in it for that.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, that's going to eventually come. And a lot of people automatically assume that if someone's on YouTube or if they have a little bit of clout, they're automatically making tons of money. And it's just not the case.
No,
now,
absolutely.
granted, we do box breaks, but the box breaks that we do, it's not like we're pocketing the money.
Yeah.
If anything, we would break even, or we're just helping getting our name out there, and then we take that money that we do have, and like I said, put it back into the community somehow, some way.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a question because a lot of people that are against box breaks, could you kind of introduce a difference between almost like box breaks and selling packs, or the culture behind it?
Sure. So like with box breaks, you're getting, it's an event. It's an event. It allows you to get a guaranteed unweighed pack. It allows you to get your name out there. It allows you to be a part of a live break. It's entertainment. It is, you can't say the G word, but it is. So the G word is gambling, but it is a risk. You are taking a risk. And it's just something you have to do, but there are rewards to that risk because the cards that you're opening, as long as the hobby continues to thrive and so forth, that base set Pikachu, Squirtle, Charmander, Bulbasaur that you pull, or maybe the rares, if they do come to 10, that's still somewhat of an investment. You know, you may get your money back 100%, and I'm not guaranteed that you're going to make money on these packs. If anything, you're losing money when you buy a pack and opening. But it's the entertainment factor. It's the chance of getting a great card. It's the chance of having your name and a shout out and things like that, and being part of a video that's going to last on the internet forever. You know, and just buying packs online, you have to be careful. When you buy packs from a site like eBay, everybody says unweighed this, unweighed that, and they're selling it for $750 to $900. You're looking at it, you get it, and they say unweighed. More than likely, it's not. There's no way for you to trust. I'm not saying everybody is not a legitimate seller, but you can't always trust everything you see on the internet.
Yeah,
and with
you
the
have
box,
to be skeptical in that sense.
And with the box breaks culture, it gives you that ability to have that reinsurance. It gives you the ability to interact. It gives you that overall entertainment factor that we all look for.
Right.
So there's always going to be somewhat of a premium on there.
Yeah. I would like to echo that. As far as box breaks goes, like if you think about people like y'all or even Rev, they're not going to risk their reputation over $200 of like a vintage pack, like on top of the premium, right? I think that's a big thing, and some people just don't understand. They hate it. Like initially when Rev came onto the scene with box breaks, I'm like, wow, he gets to charge a premium. I don't understand it, but you understand it more once you're in the live. You know, you're like, wow, this is entertaining. Wow, I'm gonna send him, you know, even modern. I'm gonna send him $7 or $5. He gets to open this pack, and when you see other people pull like the chase card, right, a fat Pikachu or Chunky Chew, you're just like. You're like, oh wow, I want to test my luck. Same with Rob.
Absolutely.
Like he pulled 14 Charizards out of 1,000 packs, and he sold
which
out.
Was amazing.
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
I think it's one Zard per 70 packs. That's insane.
It is.
But it's just the entertainment factor, and people don't quite understand it until you're actually part of it, right? So they can hate all they want until they get there and they're like, boom, I'm hooked. Because that's what happened to me.
Well, a lot of the times I feel like the haters, $500 a pack, $700 a pack, $1,000 a pack, they're always going to complain. They'll never buy. They'll always complain. They'll always have something to say. Hey, if you don't like it, if you don't like the price, you don't have to participate. I mean, no one's forcing anyone to buy these packs at $1,000. If you feel that the packs are not worth $1,000, you can go find. There's a lot of other people out there selling it for different prices. You just find what works for you and just participate in there. But at least participate. I mean, you know, that entertainment factor, the thrill, the hunt for those cards. Yeah, I mean, it's all there. It's fun. Yeah. I mean, like no one's getting hurt.
When people were asking me about y'all's box breaks, right? And they were like, why is it so high? I'm saying my perfect reasoning was the fact that, you know what? I'd honestly pay a premium to pay for packs and just have them not open it and just send it to me as is. Simply because of the fact that I I personally don't buy packs off of any sort of, I don't buy it off of eBay. I don't buy it on Facebook, simply because of the fact that, as lucrative as Pokemon has become nowadays, and even before the whole boom, you see scary stories about how you see resealed Skyridge packs. Like, I remember extensively how Michael Pokeju, he talked, like, there was a string of instances where people were asking him to buy like his wrappers, and then on top of that, like, most of the time, even though someone says their packs are unweighed, I don't really trust that because of the fact that I don't know who they are as a person. I don't really put any sort of stake into who they are. Not saying that they don't have a good reputation or anything of this sort, but like, no matter how big you get or how good your eBay rating is, anyone could scam you at any point. So like, if I were to buy, packs from anyone, it would be more so from a trusted person that has, consistent amount of reviews from Instagram. Like, I would contact, Rev, I would contact Pokeju, or I'd contact Z&G Emporium. I'd be more than happy to pay a premium.
Mm-hmm.
That's sort of my reasoning as to why, like, a lot of these people, they charge a premium. Plus, like, it's their time, right? Mm-hmm. Like, a lot of people value their times differently, and I think that's very important as well. Like, just to be able to box break an entire booster box, that's hours,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, and what sometimes people don't realize is, like you said, where else can you get a guaranteed, like, live opening of the box where the packs come out fresh? They get, either opened or put into sleeves and then sealed with, tamper-proof seals and sent to you. Like, yeah, you get that premium because you're trying to get that guaranteed unweighed potential, that's there. And so, I mean, that's why you can always go to those trusted sources, Z&G. I mean, that's why their prices are their prices, because they bought a box, had to break it. Obviously, they're going to try to make a little bit of money on it and then, move on to the next box.
Yeah.
So
some of this stuff isn't really easy to come by when it comes to finding it, like, you have to find a person, you have to find someone who's reputable. Like, when it comes to, like, specific cards too, like, if you're buying cards to begin with, like, some of them are relatively difficult to find and buy. So, like, that's time in itself too.
But when you get to, like, a status like that, I feel like there's people just reaching out to you, right? Reaching out to you to, like, hey, you want to buy my box?
Oh, yeah, we get that all the time.
You want to buy this? I've got a whole case, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
So once you get to that status, it's a little bit different, I feel like.
But again, with anything you do, it's always do your due diligence. Yeah. I mean, you always got to just check your sources, check the facts, check the price, make sure the price isn't unreasonable either way, whether it's overpriced or very highly underpriced. And then, you just got to start to raise questions like, why is this so cheap? Or why is this guy trying to, push this box on me? Things like that.
Usually when it's too cheap to be true, it is, right?
Yeah, that's what I tell people.
Do y'all ever do, like, meetups, like, person to person when it comes to, like, boxes?
I mean, locally, there's a few times where we drove to a couple different states to get boxes and so forth. I mean, we've been a part of a couple transactions like that. A lot of the boxes we do get, though, comes with, like, weeks of communication, going back and forth, validating everything.
And then about 3 days of waiting, like, anxiously for to arrive in the mail.
That would be a cool video, like, the process. I feel like you don't see that, like, the negotiations, the dealing, the drive, the meetup, if you're carrying or not, having some smoke. No, I'm just kidding. It goes down, boom, boom, Wild West, let's go. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, when I flew down and, making a trade that big for myself, and, even then I had to have my buddy with me, who's a mod for my Discord. He had to pick me up, and, like, I know he's always carrying protection, and in Texas, everyone and their aunt and uncle's carrying protection. And so, like,
the dirty South. Yeehaw.
Yeah, and so I was like, bro, I don't want to do this trade unless you're not there, And so trade happened. It was pretty cool. I mean, I should have documented that. I think it'd be pretty cool to see more of that.
Yeah. But I've had something. What else? What else about the break culture?
We got about a minute left in that topic.
You know what? I got a thing that you asked. We talked about this, Shiv, earlier. You want to ask them the question? I mean, it was technically your question.
What was it?
About where you talked to our good buddy Alex Hodges.
Oh! Our good buddy Alex Hodges, because I DM'd him a few hours ago. I was like, what good questions should I, like, ask our good pal Juice and Drew. He said that
here we go.
obviously like content creating has definitely changed from 2018 to now. You have we saw Leonhardt opening packs in a library or outside in a park, and now that sort of style of content has become oversaturated as well. You have a lot of people who are opening packs on YouTube and stuff like that. It's very hard to compete. And then now today, we sort of that sort of style of content has shifted, right? Like there's more content in regards to going to Targets and buying out as many product as possible. Like it's the same. It's different on TikTok, but it's the same sort of style of saturated content where people are just going to like retail and buying out as much product as possible and trying to resell. So, and then currently speaking with a lot of big name people out there, including yourselves, the current culture right now is box breaks. So I just wanted to know, like Alex wanted to know, what do you guys think is the next big move in regards to content? I mean, you guys don't obviously have to divulge what you guys have planned for 2021, but what are your thoughts and what you think has a lot of potential in regards to content? Because like content somehow has to move and it can't be the same.
Well, that's kind of why we had that shift. So when we started out, we were opening packs and vintage packs and stuff like that. And that helped build our foundation. But, we kind of saw it early that, there's going to be so much we can do when it comes to opening. It's like, how many more Holland Phantoms packs can we open or Team Rocket Returns? And so we told ourselves, we got to start thinking about the next step. What is the future going to look like? And that's why we kind of, we do a little bit. We tried the gaming, we tried the investing, we tried, the sports car. We tried different things to see where we're going. And, with the culture and the way YouTube is with everything in terms of the pack openings and stuff, I think we were lucky enough to see it ahead of time to kind of, okay, now what are we gonna do? So now, like you said, okay, when I would do Pokemon content, I want to do something that's more like quality than quantity. So instead of opening up like a whole bunch of modern stuff, it's like, hey, let's get together and get like a couple really big modern packs, vintage packs, and then open that up and make it into this like, nice, great, content type video. So I think
one thing that Mr. Beast openly says, and I recommend anybody who wants to be a YouTuber, subscribe to Mr. Beast, watch Mr. Beast, listen to all his interviews and everything he's done.
Oh man, the interviews, they're really good.
Yeah, they're really good. And you can ask Andrew this. I stay up for hours looking at stats, our videos, how they perform, what do we open, why do we open. You hit the nail on the head. There's oversaturation of people either breaking items, opening packs, doing whatever, and that content's not going to thrive. I think you've noticed a huge gain. There's an individual that I watch that he's really good with predicting the market. Well, talking about market predictions, Pokemon investment and so forth, and he does that and he barely opens, and that's the Twice Big Jake guy. His channel has exploded. You know why? Because he doesn't open anything. He rarely ever opens. He talks about things that other people that aren't doing anything, right? Or talks about the investment, PSA cards, things like that, whatever you should buy, and that's his niche, which is fantastic. One thing that you got to be careful with as YouTubers and opening up packs is, you're right, it's competitive, and you can't stay in that lane. If you stay in that lane, your YouTube channel is just going to die. So you have to reinvent yourself. And to be honest, we were there. We were just opening packs, and we're still kind of doing that.
And I kind of feel like also we kind of probably, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think we helped accelerate the rate at which people had to start opening WotC or vintage stuff, because I realized, Leonhardt did, when I look back at his channel as we were, trying to grow our channel and see his videos, and I noticed a lot of people were just opening a few packs here and there, but then I feel like we came on the scene and it's like every video we were opening like vintage, and then suddenly like everyone felt like they had to do it. And then maybe we exacerbated the culture, and maybe we pushed the vintage openings to the levels that it is at now, and maybe that kind of shot ourselves in the foot. But luckily, again, like Mr. Beast did and everything, is like we're slowly evolving our channel to incorporate different things. So
yeah, I totally see that. Like that's why I don't really open packs anymore on my channel. The only packs I've opened is during like my breaks where I get my community involved on Fridays. I do like a weekly Friday night break, and I'll open like 300 to 500 packs, and it's fun like getting to talk to the community around me. I do think about like breaks as now and the information, because we have so many new collectors coming in, and they're hungry for information and hungry for like, how do I invest, how to make money, and that's like
what is the statistics behind pulling a specific card too?
Right, and how does vintage works? Like I get so many messages now.
Yeah.
Before I'm like I'm somewhat new too. Like I've been here like around a year. It was before the boom. Like we're coming up on 2 years, so I mean. There's an amount of knowledge that I've gained through that time.
I don't know.
But the thing is, I wonder what's after that. Like once it dies down, once the hype is over, and these people, we're gonna retain some of these new collectors, but most of them are just gonna be like, wow, this is a one-time thing. This is my one night stand. This is my fling, and I'm out of here. Like Corona's over, I get to go back out partying, or I get to go back out bowling or shooting golf or whatever your hobby used to be, or go to the movies now. Like, what's after that? Like, what's after the breaks? What's after these informations? Like, what Twice Baked Jake? I remember when Twice Baked Jake had 800 subs. I had 400 at that time. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
At 400,
Yeah.
he was doing his information, just getting 100. Like,
Yeah.
nobody cared at that time about information. Like, nobody did. And now,
No one did.
No one did, and he's been doing it. That was his niche, and now he's a genius at it.
But to your point, what happens if Pokemon dies down? What happens if this is one thing?
Innovate.
Yeah, he has to innovate. 100%.
Innovate. Exactly. You got to adapt like LeBron James did. Ain't that right?
Yep. Or you could just be like, what is his name? Cali Green 420 in your chat and just not do anything with your life.
It's pretty good. But yeah, I always wondered, like, what's after that? What's after the breaks and for information? I wonder if it'll go back to openings. That's just like, I'm curious. I'm super curious, Because that was the thing before,
at some point, yeah, I think at some point there might be an exposure for like a vintage opening, because people want it's going to be a random thing, a once in a while thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the dynamic of Pokemon opening or Pokemon PokeTuber channels, whatever we want to be called, I think the dynamic's going to change. I think you need to really get to like the quality of the video.
Okay.
That's where it's at.
Right.
And I think if like more collaborations, not just, hey, I want to do a pack battle. It's got to be more collaborations. It's got to be really like, maybe you and Shiv get together, show off your collection, or like go down to TikTok, or like fly out, meet with each other, things like that, and so forth. So it just really depends on the dynamic of the time. I think once in a while you'll have those epic openings, but other than that, I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think for me personally, like I started out, I tried the whole pack opening on my YouTube channel. I did 2 episodes and I had to stop. Yizzy was just talking about, he was clowning me last night. It's like, bro, you only have 2 videos. How do you have 100 subscribers? I was like, bro, I don't even know. And then,
bots.
I don't do that. I've been sort of just doing what I enjoy, right? Like I make cringy TikToks. I make funny TikToks sometimes. And I just sort of just do my own thing. I don't know. I just don't really open packs because it's not my thing. But I think it just comes down to just sort of not staying complacent and just doing what you enjoy, right? Like you guys said it yourselves.
Exactly.
You guys modern thing and you guys weren't if people don't see your passion behind it, then they're not going to stick with you for too long, right? You be very passionate about what you like. So I think that kind of wraps that up in that sort of topic.
I got one more thing to add to that. I know we were like, information, numbers, but one thing I've noticed, like, once, like, Lootbox, people, at this point in, like, where you're at, people almost, they care, they're here because how much you care, not how much you know at that point,
Yeah.
And I took that from Stephen Thompson, UFC. That's his thing. They go to his gym. They care about how you know, not about how much you care, not about how much you know, and that's why people like him.
And then you can see the passion in people. Like when Leonhardt does his videos, you can tell he's very passionate about it. When Randolph Pokemon does his videos, you can tell that it's really like he's really passionate. And when we talk to Logan, I mean, he does all his gimmicky things, but like deep down inside, I mean, he really does enjoy this hobby a lot. And there's a lot of people you can tell. There's some people, who come in who want to flex that they've made like a $375,000 deal, and come out and you can tell that those types of people are all about just that money, the quick bang. If this thing dies down, they're out of here and moving on to the next quick money making scheme that they can try to do.
Yeah, it's not all about fame and money, guys.
Nope, not at all.
Exactly. So that's kind of what I was hinting at. But okay, sorry, Shiv. Go ahead.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next topic. It is our spicy topic.
Wait, do we do sleeper and then spicy, or spicy and sleeper?
Let's do spicy.
Okay. I'm ready.
Keep it going.
Let Yizzy warm himself up because we can cut him off guard a little bit. So go ahead and warm yourself up. Where's your mug at? Where's your teacup?
I got this. Does this count?
No. What are you?
He's drinking wine. He's drinking that fancy wine.
Wait. We didn't even ask Lootbox or Andrew. Did y'all bring a teacup?
We did not bring a teacup.
Golly, this is what I get.
Bro, you didn't even have the layout set up, bro. Like, don't even come after us, bro.
They just called me out. Nobody was supposed to know that. Actually, they did know. Like, opening scene, it was supposed to be me and Shiv, and it's like half of Juice's face. And then... okay, fine. Y'all get a pass.
All right.
Okay, I'm warmed up. Let's do this.
All right. So the biggest thing that's going on in the community, the biggest conversation right now in the community right now is CGC.
Ooh.
A lot of people like to give us hell about CGC because, Yizzy and Shivam bring up CGC all the time. Well, I mean, they're a fairly new company in regards to grading cards. I mean, they've been around for comics, but their whole division in regards to grading cards is new. So I know a lot of people like to have this discussion in regards to CGC, Beckett, PSA all the time. And so basically the biggest topic of this week is CGC grading a stolen card, essentially from a set that hasn't even been released. You look back at when the card was graded. It was graded, I believe, November 13th. So the person who bought it probably got it a little bit before November, and they sent it off, and then it got graded, and it came back. So I just wanted to know what your hot take is behind this whole incident and then CGC in general, because I know you guys have been fairly vocal on previous interviews. I know with Polish Rob, you guys talked about CGC then. So I just wanted to get your hot take on that.
Yizzy with this Carmax.
So with just CGC or CGC in general, I'm just not a huge fan of their cases and how they're built and how easy they are to open. I think as a collector, you're looking for, to really seal your card in a protective case and actually make sure that it's, the integrity's there, the value stays in put and so forth. Because when you get that seal, that seal of approval, you're putting actual value behind a card even more, right? That card becomes something. And CGC does not do that well at all. If they're putting their name behind something, you should not be able to open up the case with a fingernail.
Or another thing, like you mentioned, with the stolen card. I mean, that for you to grade that and everything, that really taints your name, and you had to be careful, and especially being a new company into the TCG, and obviously they started to grade a lot of the error cards and things like that, and that's great because at the time PSA didn't recognize a lot of the errors, and BGS only does a handful of them, and I don't know if they still do, but when you put your name behind something like that, and there's that kind of negativity associated with it, I mean, that's your reputation. And, it's not something that's easily going to be, won over and change people's minds. And I get it that PSA is backlogged and you don't want to wait like 6 months for your cards back. But, I mean, if it's a faster service, but the reliability is not back there, then, the value isn't going to be what it's supposed to be.
You just can't be trusted.
Right. You can't trust someone.
So just to give people a little bit of more background information, because there are a lot of people asking in chat. Essentially, a person had bought, a stolen prop. So essentially, an employee from the company itself stole a English Shining Fates Charizard card. Probably October. There's no telling when they stole it, but the sale occurred over OfferUp. And the person bought it. They sent it off to CGC. And it got graded. The graded date is 11/13/2020, which is essentially 4 months before the release date. The reason why this is bad, and I know some people are saying that it's not CGC's job to dictate whether or not it's okay to grade a card. The thing is that PSA and BGS, they hold themselves to a standard. They don't grade stolen property, right? Correct. It's why PSA stopped grading FPO cards, because they were essentially stolen property.
Correct.
I know BGS does grade it, but at that time, FPO cards came out in the WotC era. So I don't know if they still grade FPO cards, but it is stolen property. It comes down to like an ethics thing, right? Like, it's wrong on the seller's part. It's wrong on the person who bought the card for buying known stolen property. And then it's wrong for a grading company to essentially grade a stolen card. I know that the guy showed emails with a back and forth with CGC, and they said that CGC got the green light. But I know myself and Yizzy, we did a little digging. We just don't know who gave them the green light. We obviously know TCPI did not give the green light for this, because if you guys remember, when Champions Path came out, we saw the leak of the Shiny Charizard V from some person in Europe before Leonhardt even posted a video. Leonhardt was supposed to have this huge event in regards to showing this card before actual release, and it was just a lot of people that had the card shown before actual Leonhardt even was able to open it. And Leonhardt wasn't even allowed to, show that video until he was given the green light. So that's just something I want to give in regards to background information.
Yeah.
Well, and it's not to say that PSA isn't, clean in itself. I mean, they still have the issues with, them and PWCC and, the whole scandal of altering cards and regrading and things like that. So, I mean, company's reputation is very important. And, when something like this happens, it really brings into question, a lot of the legitimacy behind their grades and their integrity. And so, with all of that, I mean, at this point, CGC to me is just not a trusted source that I would send cards to get graded. I mean, I'd rather wait 6 months for PSA to return my cards than, have a questionable company grade my cards and try to put a value behind it. And let's say I did send a card, it gets graded, but I sell it to somebody and he opens the case and replaces the card and moves it around. I mean, that'll be out there. And so, it doesn't sit well with me.
I just think that as like a fairly new division for grading cards, I think that you have to basically essentially tie up any loose ends. Like, if you're going to try and compete in this space, you can't really mess up like that. Like, obviously BGS isn't the best. I know that they have their pros and cons. I know PSA doesn't have their isn't the best, and they don't have their pros and cons, but there is a better level of consistency in comparison to CGC. And I think, like, if you're trying to be a company in this space, especially with where how CGC also acts in regards to the social media aspect, it's very disappointing. It's just one of those things.
Agreed 100%. And just to tie up some loose ends with your comment when you said, hey, it's on CGC as well when it comes to the stolen card, 1,000% agree with you on that one. As a company that's grading, you're grading a product to add value to it. Yeah. You have to know that, hey, it's stolen property and that it's not released yet. You are like legitimately adding a number, backing that number that you're adding to that card. That's what these grading companies do.
It's just greedy.
Yeah.
It's pure greed. Like, we all saw the whole incident behind the black label Shining Charizard GX and how it went up to $1,000. I think we're sort of getting into like the beginning stages of like a culture where people, and it happened with the staff cards for Vivid Voltage too, where people are just getting so much product way beforehand, like modern based cards, and they try to express grade it or have like a 1 day turnaround. and they're trying to put it up immediately for auction. You know, like it just speaks to the level of greed that's, you know, coming into the space. And I mean, it's you know, it's expected, right? It's just something that it needs to sort of be spoken about.
Yeah.
But I think things will start to calm down, and I think we've seen that with a lot of the pricing on eBay for like first edition cards and things like that. They've dropped, you know, dramatically in price, and I think we're now coming to the point where things will start to level out, and hopefully, you
until
know,
the 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
Especially the 25th anniversary.
I have it, you know. I'm almost guaranteeing that there's going to be even more hype once the 25th anniversary comes out with big names again. So don't be surprised if people that have been in the community before at the end of the year come back even stronger than before.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Maybe. Who knows?
We do know. I'm not gonna say though.
Do you know, Yizzy?
I do. We got inside after a specific episode.
Ooh.
Unless I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but yeah.
We know there's a lot of behind the scenes chatter. Individuals.
There's happening that like the general public just doesn't really know unless you know the right people.
Exactly.
But anyways.
All right, we're gonna get into our last.
Was that it?
Yeah, I think so, man. That covered.
Good. That's pretty
We're also
CGG sucks. Boom. We said it here first, folks.
We're also in a time constraint because, like, I know these two gentlemen, these sexy gentlemen over here, are on a time constraint. So I'm just trying to make sure they get out at a decent time.
For sure.
That's good. That's good.
To get into our sleeper of the week, we wanted to go ahead and talk about our sponsor. We've been sponsored already by TCGStadium.com. They specialize in selling Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh cards at a pretty discounted rate. If you want, we also have our own promo code now. It's if you want 5% off of their site, use code PokeTeaTime to get 5% off of whatever you buy. They just stocked up on Hidden Fates ETBs. Go check them out. I know that when I posted a post up, literally like 2 days after, like a day after, a lot of their pre-orders for Shining Fates just sold out. So they're doing a pretty good job. They just also just got partnered up with Twice Big Jake.
Yes.
So them out if you want Hidden Fates ETBs in case you missed out. But let's talk about the sleeper of the week. Myself and Yizzy, we always like to get our guest to talk about a sleeper of the week, what they think is underrated, what they think is not really being paid attention to. So I know last week we talked about the gold Anna boarding passes that Pokemon produced back in 1998 for their flights. So I just wanted to know what you guys think is slept on.
Gold stars.
100% gold stars.
Yeah.
I think
people don't realize just how difficult it is to actually pull a gold star.
They are more difficult than any Pokemon.
You can go back and watch Steve Aoki's interview. I think he had Radar and a whole bunch of people, Rev and everybody on there, and they were talking about and when he showed off the gold star collection that he purchased. It's literally one gold star per 3 boxes. So a case of 6 has 2 gold stars.
Wow.
You know? Yeah. And you have to get a case fresh and hope that. So I think gold stars, and I'm glad that Steve brought attention to it, that it's going to be the next sleeper along with the Neo series.
Well, it's definitely a sleeper right now. I think gold stars, just that whole era of Pokemon product it wasn't printed as much as any other.
It was Nintendo's attempt.
It was Nintendo's first attempt. It was right around the time where my generation, we were in high school and going into high school, so we stopped, and Pokemon just kind of fell off the map there. That's when they were going through a lot of financial troubles, and they just lightly printed those EX series boxes. And now it's just going to be impossible to find. I know, like Alex Hodges, he opened up a pack looking for a gold star in the TikTok video we made. And those reverse holos are going to become even just as valuable as like a regular holographic from the set, if not more. And even the EX cards. We did a couple of videos yesterday where we opened up some cards that are coming out, and we got a couple of cards that were pretty interesting, that are pretty rare, and it's just crazy to see that what the more and more that is being opened, it's going to be even tougher to get these gold star cards.
I mean, you can even look on eBay and see you don't ever see a Team Rocket Returns box, up for sale, right? You don't see a Deoxys box, that often. You're lucky to come across any of those, and so I think Steve talked about it too. It's like if you wanted to collect these, right? Like how much money would you literally have to drop to try to get these gold stars, and let alone have it graded 10?
Yeah. So early EX era stuff, including gold stars, they had a huge tendency to get print lines in them. I know my Fire Red Leaf Green Charizard, that has a print line that graded as a PSA 9. It's very just not to mention the fact how difficult it is to get gold star. They have print lines in them, and that's the same thing with the reverse hollows and stuff like that. I remember watching your videos when you guys were doing gold star based stuff. It's so easy to get a print line on a lot of that stuff. It's so easy. And the thing is that with gold star cards, it's just they're one of the most hardest cards to pull out of a box.
And especially you got to look at the percentage. So it's 1 in 3 boxes you get a gold star.
Yeah.
But that doesn't tell you what the percentage of what percentage of which gold star was printed. Everybody thinks everything was printed on a sheet, so there's equal amounts. That's not entirely true as well. So you don't know exactly that Rayquaza, for instance, the gold star that we pulled with Leonhardt, that card itself is probably printed less than Latios and Latias, right? So those gold stars, there's probably more of those out there than it is that Rayquaza.
Right.
And that's another thing you have to take into fact. The sets with multiple gold stars in them, you don't know the number of the print, right? The print runs of it. So it's definitely an interesting take. By the way, I love interacting with your chat. It's fantastic.
And, somebody just told me to smile because I'm so serious.
And this is for Don. Meow.
Oh my god.
There you go. You got a meow on tea time.
And a smile, yeah.
And a smile.
I just wanted to say one more thing in regards to Sleeper of the Week. So, speaking, we like to we sometimes like to talk about pretty expensive stuff in regards to Sleeper. So I just wanted to know what your hot take was in regards to a Sleeper that, is underneath that $150 price point. What do you guys think? That's a difficult question.
Ooh. Are we talking about raw cards, or are we talking about anything?
Anything.
I think right now, if you are looking into collecting and looking into the future, something that's slept on right now are prime cards.
We talked about it. Yeah, that's a good one.
Ryan's not a big proponent of talking about that. You can look at the total population. If you just go through PSA's pop report, I know myself and Ron, we were actually just talking about it today in regards to his Umbreon, because I remember him talking to me about when he was bidding on that Umbreon for his PSA 10. You go through there, it's less than 10, 20 in regards to PSA 10s for every single card in regards to that whole point. Hard Gold Soul Silver is very, very underrated.
Yeah. And it's just that you got to think too, every single generation is going to have their own chase cards. For instance, with our generation, it's always Gen 1 and creeps into Gen 2, right? Shiv, Gen 2, that's where you love Gen 2, you love the Lugia and so forth. That's where your connection is. And as the younger generation comes into disposable income, they're going to relate to what they grew up with.
Yep.
And the next big thing you got to look at, EX cards from the Gold Star era. If you can't get Gold Star cards, get EX cards. If you look in the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, those games were very popular. Black and white games were very popular. Individuals and youth are going to connect to that. So make sure you go after those prime cards and those cards that came out during that time period, because eventually over time, those are going to increase in value. And that's what a lot of people don't think about if you're looking to invest and so forth. And, it's definitely not all about the money, but if you want to talk about it, that's a prime example of hey, if I want to take a dollar amount, say spend $150 and pick up 6, maybe 7 prime cards if I can find them. I remember on Macari a couple months ago, I picked up a whole set, I think, of 9 prime cards for $100.
They're still cheap.
Yeah, and I all day bought it all day, and they were in great condition. and I'm hanging on to those. I'm going to get them graded,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
you have to understand that those that's the way you have to think when it comes to collecting and investing. If you don't want to, if you just want to collect to collect, then by all means do what you love.
Right.
No one says you have to do what everybody else thinking, but if you think about it from a dollar standpoint, that's how you got to start thinking. Okay, which generation is going to come into disposable income next, and what was their favorite card, or what was their favorite, that their set. What were the prime cards during that time frame, and then you have to chase after that.
Right. That's a good point. I'm going to talk a little bit.
Level X, too, yeah.
So the what Juice is talking about is pattern recognition, and usually the better collectors like SM Pratt. That's a bad word to say. Not better collectors, but like
however you want to phrase it, that's a prime example of an individual. SM Pratt. He knows what he's doing.
So when people ask for expertise, what's next? What's the good cards? These people are really good at pattern recognition. Shiv himself, Juice, Andrew, they're able to calculate and analyze these situations, and Pokemon's at a point where they're in a really nice cycle, right? People like us that grew up with Gen 1, Gen 2, we have the spendable money to buy these cards, expendable money to buy them. And that was another good example of pattern recognition. What's next? And he explained it better than I could have.
Yeah, I
just look out for all the like Diamond and Pearl, Black and White.
Yeah.
I mean, just go through those cards and then Call of Legends. Yeah, exactly. Just start looking at the sets that aren't as expensive as WotC. I mean, if you have the money, I mean, yeah, go ahead, drop a Charizard. But if you can't and you're looking for a good investment now, so that 5-10 years from now it'll get up there. Those are some good sets to look at.
Yeah,
100%.
For sure.
100%.
Yeah, I just basically I've been on a roll with just trying to collect things before, like, that's outside of the normal TCG. That's very, very difficult to grade and has really, really low pop.
Yeah, I've seen your collection. You're
killing
nice.
it with the toys, dude. That's fantastic. I mean, it's
and you've picked up some pretty interesting and rare cards that most people probably in the community, if you're new, you're not gonna know about. And I saw a lot of your TikToks, and I was like, oh, okay, he's picking up all of these really rare and difficult to find cards, but that are still not well known to everybody. So.
Yeah, and I think I like to talk about Topps cards, Meiji cards, Cardist cards, and stuff like that, just because they're very, very underrated. I think when you look at the age of those, you can't find packs with that stuff anymore, right? Like, you see so much box breaks of like first edition WotC based products, but you never really see someone box breaking, a 1995 Topps boost. I mean, not Topps, but Top Sun box, right? Like, there's very few boxes that I know.
Until next week, because Juice and Andrew are going to find one and they're going to open it up.
Well, actually, now that you mention it, I think I have a Cardus box, series 2. I think. I don't think it has a Charizard in it, but
don't worry.
I think
it's been lost in his closet that he just
No, I know where it is. I know where it is. But when you mentioned it, I remember now.
See how he remembers now.
Yeah, I saw the
guy's collection.
You should see my house. It's disgusting. I just have like sports cards and Pokemon cards all over the place.
Y'all live fairly close to each other?
Yeah.
Oh.
I actually moved up closer to him because I turned one of my rooms into a studio.
Wow.
That way we can film a lot easier.
That's true friendship right there. When is that going to happen, Shivam? Huh?
You got to depend on who's moving where.
You live in Alabama, bro.
And you live in Alabama?
Yeah. You know this, Juice.
I forgot.
Did you really?
No.
Wow, Juice.
Like, you need to join. You just need to come to the East. Like, it's either the West Coast or the East Coast, and you just decided to be in Alabama, bro.
Birmingham, Alabama.
Wait a minute. You live in Virginia, Shiv. Like, it's just as bad as Alabama.
Yeah.
Hey. I'm pretty close to a few people, If I wanted to, have a day trip and go visit Jordan Fringe, I can,
Yeah.
If he wants a day trip to come visit Andrew and I, he can.
Yeah. Or Bulbasaur.
Oh, chill.
Okay. No, let's be respectful for the time. I think it's 9:05 at this point.
Bro, you exposed me so bad.
Clip it. Oh, YouTube doesn't have clip it.
No, it doesn't. They do not.
Don't worry. They can wait till this video publishes.
Can we make this a TikTok? Someone grab the clip. Expose Shivam.
Wait, was I not supposed to say that ever?
No.
Whoops, tea was spilt, guys.
Tea was spilled.
Tea was
Oh, there you
That
go.
should be your side series on TikTok, Izzy. Tea was spilled.
Oh, okay, one at a time.
All right,
I
we
didn't
gave
say
you some
anything.
free ideas, so
Yeah, don't charge me.
we won't. You get 4 more free.
Ooh, okay. That's a new thing too. I know this is really off topic, but Dangerous charges for Pokemon information or like any like questions in general. $30 a question.
Who does?
Bo Dangers.
Oh.
Really?
Yeah, so it's been a thing. She gets so many questions that now she's charging money to, and it's kind of smart. It's really smart. People are hungry for that. How many DMs do you get like in your in Instagram saying, "What is this? What is that? How much is my collection?"
Not that many. I'm not that popular.
Go to her story right now. She
Or
thanked
follow-
all the people. She thanked all the people that asked questions because she flashed how many shadowless cards. She had like 3 shadowless Charizards,
Hey,
like 4.
hey,
She's like, this was from all the people.
That's
All
great.
unread.
All of them are red. Daggone.
All unread.
Oh,
Unread.
I was like, you're a trooper for that.
My request is like 100 now, just because I get so many people from TikTok saying, "Hey, this, that, this, and
But
that."
how fun is that? She had the whole base set shadowless collection, like 5 of them each. 5,
Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, thank
She's
you
got
all,
a
everybody.
ridiculous collection, dude.
Yeah, she's
She's a sleeper collector. Like you just don't know. No one would have thought that her collection was as immense
I
as it
do
is.
know.
But
I made this one mistake, right? I think she said something, and I kind of like, I didn't make fun of her, but like we were just like going back and forth. And then I jumped on her live, and she's like, "Oh, what's up, Yizzy?" I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Are you staying around?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." And then she's like, "Okay, I'm gonna flex on you." She had like 15, 20 binders. She pulled one and just started going through it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I saw like 4 or 5 like Gold Star Charizards, like each. I was like, okay.
and then it just gives you an idea because like she's an OG collector. She's been around for a really, really long time. She's been a part of the PSA middlemaning part for a very, very long time as well. It's just one of those things. It's like you've been around for so long, and then it makes you really wonder how many other people are like that in the entire world that have collections like that they don't even want to bother to get graded, you know?
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
I think that covers it up. I think everything wraps up.
Yeah.
Do you guys have anything else to say? Do you guys want to do a live Q&A? Do you guys have time for that?
Yeah, we can answer a couple
yeah.
questions.
Let's throw some
Sure.
questions at us.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and type in chat start now for Q&A for people to ask questions in regards to the good old gin and juice.
What is the clicking noise there last week? It's the time ticker. It's like time's up.
Oh, you have to do that. Why'd you do that?
Oh man, Lootbox. Thank you so much, man. Super nice of you. Looty Loo. Much appreciated.
From Andrew and I.
Woo!
Thanks for the interview.
Shoot, we should be paying y'all.
Yeah, thanks for having us on. We'll don't worry. We'll send you the invoice later
Oh yeah,
All
shout
right,
out to
You're gonna give that
Pokey
back to
Kobe.
me after this, right?
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
with or without interest?
with interest.
Oh God.
We got 30 days. No worries, 30 days. Shout out to Pokey Kobe too. He did a super chat. I forgot to shout it out. Thank you so much, Pokey Kobe.
Yeah.
One of my mods. Let's see. Where you want to pick one?
Yeah, I'll go. I know you guys. I know you guys don't do a whole lot of modern stuff, but I know you guys definitely like Burning Shadows. So, what's do you guys see yourselves opening up more Burning Shadows stuff? Do you guys think that that's a set in the future that you think that someone's going to be breaking? Because that's a very.
I'm personally keeping my Burning Shadows sealed, only because I know that Charizard is difficult to pull.
Yeah.
B, if you do pull it, centering is never on point. And C, I already have a PSA 10.
Right.
So
and it's the most
just like
card from Sun and Moon.
Yeah.
Like out of every set, it is the including Hidden Fates. It is the most expensive thing.
That Charizard's going to be the holy grail of the Sun and Moon set, or it is already.
Like when I talk to a lot of kids, I know like people like who I'm related to, like kids in general. That's their chase, and that is the coolest card ever. They want it. I see another question in here. And I'm just going to pick this one out because I'm kind of biased on this one. But I know that this is a Poke Tea time. But do you think Digimon will also have a boom with a new TCG coming out?
Okay, so I did see the Digimon set at our local card shop, and we did talk about it.
I was this close to buying a case.
Yeah, we were close, but it's in order for a TCG to survive, there has to be a constant player base, and they have to be innovative and stuff like that. And so I guess it's coming out, and there might and they said that there was enough hype and attention behind it that they would reprint it, but the longevity, I really don't see it there.
It's coming out in the wrong time. They need to change the release, and the reason why I say that is because, like Andrew was mentioning,
if you can't do tournaments and things like that,
it's all a new TCG needs to be out in the open. People need to touch it. People need to play it. People need to do stuff. I see people are saying the cards are beautiful. By all means, they are. But at the end of the day, if a TCG can't be tangible, you can grab it, you can play, you can go against somebody. You have tournaments, get-togethers. It's not going to survive. It's a tangible card game. It's not digital.
I know.
In order for that to survive, you're going to have to, get involved. And unfortunately, with COVID, I think that's going to stunt that TCG's growth.
Do you think that I know that the only for a while, I know myself, Jordan, friends, we were talking about this TCG as well as Nate. We were talking about it last year and how it'd be pretty interesting to see. And I know that it was a pretty big hit in Japan, so that's part of the reason why I came here to the States. In terms of viability, I totally agree. I just know that for me, I've been talking to Murphy, Charizard King, a lot. And him and myself, we've been getting really into vintage Digimon. And I've been into vintage Digimon for the past year on and off. I don't really talk about it too much, but those cards, when we talk about product availability, right? When you look at sealed product for vintage Digimon, it's very, very tough to come by because most people really either collect it or they just it's destroyed in condition. So that's just what we that's just what we're sort of seeing sort of trends before it becomes a trend. It's sort of a gamble because we don't know whether or not if it's viable enough, but I just know that the artwork is definitely beautiful in regards to the modern based stuff. So that was a good.
Here's one. Does the DBZ TCG have a good future?
Ooh,
that's
a toughie one. But I think it has a better future and a better lifespan than a lot of the TCGs out there, only because you have a community built already around it that's still very active. They've been very active in the community in the sense of Dragon Ball producing video games, producing, you have content creators like Rhymestyle, who has a million YouTube channel just surrounding Dragon Ball Z.
Good point.
And there's a ton of individuals already invested that Dragon Ball Z trading card game can survive and have a better growth than most.
And there's a lot of chase cards in there, those SSR autographs and things like that. I even picked up
autograph cards?
PSA 10.
Yeah.
Wow.
From the artists
from
and
the
things
artists.
like that.
Wow.
And so, those make it that it's viable that you can chase for those expensive cards and those, the SSRs and things like that, the really, really short print rares and things like that. So there's a lot of viability behind it.
Yeah, I see a lot of people commenting about Harry Potter cards too. I know
I got a booster box over there.
Yeah, dude, they've taken a rise too. I've been eyeing
they're and I see. And do you think that's just because of the fact that Wizards of the Coast produce those cards and they're not being in production anymore?
I do think that plays a role into it. You also have to look at Harry Potter again. It's someone in my generation. I don't think newer collectors are going to be into it. I think it's the older generation. The mid to late 20s to early 30s.
Yeah.
I really think those individuals are going to gravitate towards Harry Potter because that's what we all grew up with. The books and going to the movies. That was such a big thing of my childhood.
Right.
I think there's something that's there. And
You
then with
read
the
Harry
idea,
Potter books?
yeah, and with the
Really?
idea, bro, yeah, I read, bruh.
Oh,
Bruh.
wow.
You always think I don't read, bruh. I read the paper every day, bruh.
Oh shit. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right, let's take one more question, and not take up too much time of these fine gentlemen we have
No,
here.
I love these questions.
You see one that stands out?
Anybody got any spicy questions?
Anybody got yeah, stop with these like
stop with all this
questions.
like investment and stuff like that. Get
Should
some
I
spicy
buy
questions.
this? Should I buy
Yeah.
this?
I want to see someone bring out a very, very spicy topic.
Now I'm getting people saying I
One
don't know how
last
to
question,
read.
guys. One more question from these
There's
fine
one more
gentlemen.
question. Come on. Make it spicy, boys.
It has to be spicy.
To answer the question,
Yes.
wait, no.
No.
When's Juice and Andrew's wedding? I don't know.
As soon as COVID disappears.
Andrew has to propose. I need a rock, bro.
Who gives the best?
Hey-o. Who gives the best back massages?
I think that's Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god.
All right. If no one's gonna ask it, I'll just ask it instead.
I mean,
all right.
Everybody's asking.
I mean, do you have a spicy topic to ask, Yizzy?
No, I'm still reading, but we should give it to the people, the viewers, the kind viewers that's been super chatting and adding value and adding comments.
Yeah, a grumpy Charizard just came in here just to say, hey, Lootbox, TikTok, man, TikTok.
I know we got Call of Duty tonight. If you guys want to come watch on TikTok, I'm gonna open up some cards.
Let's go.
On stream.
I mean on stream, Twitch. Dude, I can't.
TikTok.
Andrew giving me a massage got me all giggity inside. You know what I mean?
All right, I think this will be like the last.
Okay, you give a lot. If you got a spicier one, go ahead.
I don't think it'll be a spicy question. It'll just be more so like the question about them. So like I know Juice, you like to do a lot of community outreach. You like to play video games a lot fairly often with smaller creators. What made you start doing that?
I've always done that. I guess like my whole thing is I don't know. I grew up just broke, to be real with you. Poor. No one helped me out. No one really gave me anything. My close friends just my best friend I've known since I was 10, Dude Luck, and we've been together for a while.
Wow.
So like we grew up rough, and like no one really gave us handouts. No one really cared. You got all these people out there saying, "Oh, I do this, I do that." We never want to do anything just to get clout or anything like that. We've all come from different backgrounds. We've all been a part of different situations. Mine's from the struggling with no one really helping me. And whatever I could do to help somebody out, no matter what it is, I really just feel like it's my duty to do that. Awesome. And, I can't be there for everybody, and I'll shoot everybody straight, whether they like the answer or not, because that's what I wish people did for me. And that's why I do it. That's why I really like to get involved, and that's why, I try so hard. I look at stats. I want to continue to improve. I want to get bigger, but I want to get bigger so I can help everybody else. That's what Lootbox, that's why we have our community. That's why we have our Discord. That's why when you first started, Shivam, when you had all those questions about PSA, we told you everything that we knew.
Yeah.
We told you you advertise, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And we really just want people to have a voice. And a lot of times people don't.
Yeah. Like, just to give you guys like a little bit of background, like what Juice just said, like, I started,
call him Daddy Juice, Shivam. That's what's up.
No.
Part of the reason like my collection grew extensively is just because I started my whole PSA middlemaning service, and I saw, there were people asking questions in regards to PSA on Lootbox's Discord, and I would some people were like, hey, who do I go to? And Juice didn't have to do this, but he said you should. It was like, Shivam, you can totally take this guy, you can totally help him out. I was like, bro, this is your Discord, like. He was more than willing to help me out, in that case, like Juice is the type of person to help people out. I will say that for a fact.
And, I'm a very talkative person, and I don't want to, Andrew's over here very quiet, but at the end of the day, Andrew's been there too. He, Lootbox wouldn't be what it is without Andrew helping me out, providing a lot of products to open up, because, we all have things in our private life, and, at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff is expensive, and Andrew came in and was like, dude, let me help you out. Let's open up some of this. And then, I helped Andrew get on camera, and we're all there to help each other.
Yeah.
And Andrew's growth is also Lootbox's growth.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate everything that he's done. And, a lot of people, this guy helped me out a lot. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why
we're
y'all
all
are-
growing together.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Well,
I really like that.
when you meet people in life, right? And when you meet that person, that this person is genuine, is a type of good person, and you just naturally feel gravitated to like either help them out in any way you can, or you just build like a friendship that just kind of grows into what it was, and that's just kind of the thing. I met Juice, and we got similar interests, and then he had a channel, and he was like talking about it, and I said, hey, that's a great idea. You know what, I'll be like one of those silent partners. I'll look for the product and stuff, and then you can open it. But obviously Juice being Juice was like, well, that's just not enough. I need you on camera. Like, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this as a partnership. So
That's
if
awesome.
I'm on camera, you're on camera. And I was just like, oh, come on.
He did not want to. He did not.
I was like awkward and stuff in the beginning, but he really helped me grow as a person too.
Yeah.
And come out of my shell.
I'm gonna go back and watch the first episode.
You should. You definitely should. It's super cringe and super awkward.
I mean,
but
it's funny because now we created this like dynamic,
duo?
interesting thing. Yeah, the dynamic duo. Where we joke about it and whatnot.
Batman and Robin.
No, Batman and Superman. But at the end of the day,
There
it's
you go.
funny
I like
because
that.
we sometimes we have these funny moments where we know we're super cringe at times, but I think that's part of the variety of the channel and the hilarious back and forth, because we'll be talking, and if you watch like today's video, like the intro, where I'm saying something, he says something completely opposite, and we just look at each other, shake our heads. It's not scripted, it's genuine, and like we just go off the cuff, and I think that's what we really want to
shine more on our channel
and shine more is that growth in 2021. And
go.
I like the fact that what you two are doing. And
Thanks, man.
you doing your thing, and
Everyone
open
you
up
guys have your
channel
own
and
personalities.
Shiv getting in there. You guys are killing it with this tea time, man. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, appreciate
Really
it.
enjoy it.
We thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, can't wait till you guys make your own flavored tea, man. Let me know.
Ooh, giving us
guys should do
ideas.
Oh, that's 2 ideas. There you
Royalties.
go. Royalties. We'll just take 2% of all sales,
1%? I'm just kidding.
1%
Oh.
in Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, we'll take out payments in Bitcoin.
1% in Bitcoin. We're in.
Cryptocurrency is convertible in PayPal now, right? Crypto?
Yeah, it is.
I have a few Bitcoins.
Oh, do you?
Oh,
Okay.
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 Bitcoin just hit 30 grand for one Bitcoin.
33.
33.
It's almost 30. Yeah.
It's almost
Relax.
34.
Relax, Shiv. Relax.
Can't wait till it's 50K.
Yeah.
50K by Christmas.
But other than that, yeah, let's end this on a high note. That was beautiful, well spoken, well put.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
having us.
Juice, Andrew. It's been a pleasure. Y'all been awesome. Y'all share your take without holding anything back, and this is what we're all about, tea time. But y'all are very honest and truthful about what y'all say and what y'all do, and I love that about it. You have any last words, NotShivam?
Make sure you guys go check out TCGStadium.com. Someone just said in here that the Hidden Fates ETB sold out. So like again, 5% discount on there if you use our promo code PokeTeaTime. Yizzy will go ahead and put it down in the description whenever he
I haven't done any of that.
We're gonna go ahead and thank these two handsome men
Go
for
follow
joining.
them.
Meow.
Go get Lootbox at 10K already on TikTok. The man's needed it.
Oh, dude. I appreciate it.
Do it.
We're going.
And guys, make sure you guys are subbed and you got those bell notifications on for whenever tea time comes on, because you never want to miss it.
There you go.
I'll be
There you
fire.
go.
I don't know
Yes,
why
sir.
I'm doing a money sign with
Why
fire.
you doing the money sign
I don't-
for fire?
I don't know.
All right. Oh,
Juice, you haven't been to the strip club in a while. You just want to make it rain.
Let's not talk about
I'll do
that.
one of those episodes.
Yeah. Can we go
Juice
ahead?
under scenes. It could be in your OnlyFans.
Oh, you want?
Oh, you want the deuces and dabs? All right.
We'll do it. You ready?
All right, you guys.
What?
And Dad, and we'll get our Poke Tea Time. We're
Dude,
gonna
I
close
just
it.
imagine. You remember when we did our first one, and I'm like, you stole that from Juice and Andrew. We can't do that. I remember that. But are we doing?
All
Which
right,
one are we
thanks,
doing?
guys,
Both
for
of them?
We're gonna
having
do
us.
deuces and dabs, but we're cutting it.
What?
So you're not gonna see us because that's how we do it. That's how we do it. On our dab, the screen goes black for us.
All
right.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
All right, you guys.
Deuces, dabs.
They're gone. They're gone. Oh, wait, you're not even on screen. Hold on. Oh, this is so weird. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. We get. Yeah, everybody. Okay. No. Hold on. Chill.
Oh my God.
Chill. There we go. We back in. We
All
back.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Yizzy coming clutch. You know what I'm saying, bro? You know what I'm
Bro,
saying?
this is amateur hour, guys. Guys, I want everyone to give Yizzy like 61 dislikes right now. But let's go ahead and
Okay, let's do it. Everybody in the hold up. Everybody in the chat, let's go. I know y'all know how to do this. How to do this.
Tips up, deuces,